Half a day. Welcome back to my channel. Today I grabbed my breakfast here in Duzitani, Guam. Yeah, it seems like I'm eating a breakfast almost like every the other day here. It's really nice because I think it's about $28, $28.60 I guess. Still a reasonable price because considering all the qualities and varieties of the salamis and corned beef and all the varieties of their food like dim sum, fried rice, spaghettis, and then you're only paying like $28. So comparing to that of like five-star, like a really decent, super nice South Korean hotels in South Korea, I would pay like 3 times more expensive price for the same amount and same quality of food. So yeah, I'm pretty much enjoying it. So this is the Tumon Bay area. So right next to the Duzitani, the Tassi Grill. So a lot of Korean couples they're looking for really nice photo spot. I think a lot of like newly married, recently married South Korean couples. They just come here for the honeymoon. It's a really nice place. Oh, that's the chapel that I formally mentioned. You guys remember that I mentioned that there is a really nice chapel for the wedding ceremony in Hilton, Guam. I think this chapel right next to the Lovers Point, located in Nikko Hotel. Um, it's ran by the still same company. I guess that was a Japanese company. But if you're a resident in Guam, because I formally mentioned that they do have a bifurcated price range policy. So if you're a resident in Guam, so if you do have all the documentation like driver license or anything that can prove that showing them you are a resident here, and then you'd pay like roughly $2,000 $3,000 for the wedding ceremony and the dress for your bride and the food, like food probably up to like 15 or 20 people because there's a like doesn't really matter if they're vaccinated or unvaccinated because that's the quarantine, no, not quarantine, like the COVID policy newly launched these days. So anyway, that's the hotel Nico. So that's the chapel. That's the chapel that you can, where the newly married couple can come here and get married there. Nice price. We're resident. Beautiful seashore, beautiful windy weather. Um, yeah, this is a Duzitani. You know, I want to talk about why I chose Guam over other places in United States because I like Guam because there's a lot of Asian population, Korean, South Korean, Japanese, or Filipino. So after I passed the bar exam, then I do have a lot of prospective clients. I'm not looking for being an immigration lawyer yet because I want to get a federal job first. Probably if there's a open position, then I want to work for the government job as a lawyer. Yeah, and there's a Korean family. It's really nice place. Yeah, because everything's on Zoom in my law school, so no need to be like physically staying in law school just because I'm taking like part of my classes that I'll take in this spring, they're fully online, or really few classes that can be a hybrid. So you have an option to be physically in the class if you get vaccinated, and then if you have a proof of vaccination, then you're allowed to go to in-person class, or you might just take the Zoom class by the fully online. So that's called the hybrid classes in law school. So you have an option. So I chose to take a lot of fully online class because I want to take advantage of staying in Guam. Because Guam is a really nice place. It's cheaper. I used to live in Hawaii before, but living expenses, especially for the rent, the rent in Hawaii is super expensive. So if I have to choose at like either after I just take a Hawaii bar and Guam bar. So if I have to choose, if I have an option, either being a lawyer in Hawaii or a lawyer in Guam, I think the quality of my lifestyle would be more flexible here in Guam because everything is cheaper. It's not that cheap actually, to be honest. It's really high because I lived in Midwest before. I'm gonna clarify about my undergrad days again later, but was super cheap there. You know, if you're just considering the rent amount, yeah, the Midwest is really cheap. But here in Guam, you know, you have this priceless view, the beautiful gardening. There's so many hotels. It's kind of like Las Vegas because they're offering really nice quality of buffet food, you know, all those amenities for those tourists because they want the tourists to come over and just play game or like that. But here in Guam, there's no casino. I don't know. I've double checked, but as far as I know, that there's no casino here. But still, you know, you have a beautiful view. Yeah, you know, you can enjoy surfings or taking photos, and this windy, freezing weather. I love it. You know, everything. So I feel like so fresh here. It's really nice place. There's so many Korean couples. I don't know what to mention. If you guys wanna, if you're from South Korea, Japan, or Philippines, and then look for some place to live to get settled down for some business for the Korean or Japanese, that this Guam, this island might be a good option still because there's a lot of Asian population. I feel like, you know, I rarely have a chance to talk to people in English because there's so many Koreans here, you know, or Japanese. So I feel like I'm in Asia, one of the Asian countries like Japan or Philippines or South Korea, like that. So this is Duzi Tani high-rise building. But comparing Duzi Tani to the formerly Outrigger, now currently they're part of Duzi Tani, I guess. I'll pick this Outrigger because I have an experience when I was in the quarantine on Zoom. It was a really nice place to be in the quarantine because they serve you the meal 3 times a day: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Really nice, you know, and everything was free at the time. But nowadays, if you guys got already vaccinated and you're coming from South Korea or Japan, and then I do believe then there's no need to be under quarantine anymore, unless, you know, you fail to show them some proof of vaccination. No, it's not gonna be possible just because you would not be on the airplane in the first place without those kind of documentation for your vaccination card or something like that. So you will not be under quarantine if you no. Um, I I don't know. I have to double check. So yeah, nice place, windy, a lot of palm trees, so many Koreans. Now I'm just walking down the beach. There's a little couple of South Koreans or Japanese people, I guess. And if you talking about the beach itself, I think this beach is way nicer comparing to the Waikiki in Hawaii. You know, it's a lot cleaner, and the beach itself is like wider than Waikiki, I guess. Oh, there's the other chapel in Hayat. If you see the brown little painted red color roof, that's the other chapel where the newly married couples can get married for the ceremony. That's Hayat. It's still ran by the same Japanese company. And then, like I already mentioned, that if you are a resident in Guam, you only pay like less than $3,000 for the wedding ceremony and food and bridal showers and makeups and everything. So it's good. Nice place. This is one of my top priority place to take a photo and just walk down the beach. Because if you go to that Hilton area, the beach is like kind of like little too narrow, so you don't have that much space to be chilled out there. So my top priority is either this place, beach in next to the Duzitani, or the other one at Nikko. That's really nice because they almost enjoying the exclusively located spot for the beach because they have really nice slide. That's one of the longest one here in Guam. I really enjoy the buffet there, the what's called the Magellan in Nikko Hotel. Super nice, beautiful. There's a taco sushi, or no, the sashimi stuff. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, there's the surfers right there, and if you see that the water is super clean. Yeah, so if I have to compare this amount of quality to swim in Guam, I would pick the competing one in Hawaii is the Kailua. Kailua, the beach in Kailua is super nice, a lot cleaner than Waikiki. So Kailua Beach was one of my favorite in Hawaii. While I was staying in Hawaii, super nice. Yeah, that's the Westin Hotel. I'm not sure if they do have a beach. No, they do have a beach. That's at Sparky, the one of the most recently built one. Super nice, super cozy. I haven't tried the buffet yet there because it was kind of hard to make a reservation. So I tried a buffet in Nikko Magellan and never tried one for the Westin. But Sparky was super nice. I really liked Sparky. Okay, let's go upstairs. We're entering the Duzitani Hotel right now. It's a really high-rising building. I never ever stayed here yet. Uh, but all the interiors, exteriors in Duzi Thani, I think they're franchise from probably from Thai, so it's really authentically exotic quality of the decoration, exterior, interior, super nice. This is the Tassie Grill where you can enjoy your not a breakfast. They're not offering their breakfast. They're just offering the finger food and I don't know, brunch, lunch, stuff like that. Yeah, they're on the sunbed to get tan. So this is really nice place to enjoy your tanning while you can literally enjoy all the panoramic view, the scenic view of this beach from your sunbed. Really nice place. There's a water slide. It's not that long, so compared to the one in Nikko, that's the one of the longest one, but this is kind of too short. But there's a jacuzzi, so I'm just gonna take a walk a little bit. Excuse me. Yes, this swimming pool seems like too small for me, but a little bigger than one in Hilton. But the other one, the swimming pool in Hyatt, one of the biggest one in Guam, I really liked it. There's a lot of flat sunbeds so that you can get tan yourself. Yeah, that's the place where you can grab your lunch. No, they don't have. Oh, they have a brunch for the Sunday, but during the weekday they're only offering breakfast. So this is the slide. Really nice. This is a jacuzzi slide. Oh, super windy today. It's not that long, but good enough for kids, I guess. Small waterfall and the sunbed, get tan, jacuzzi. I like how the jacuzzi is located at the middle of the pool so that they can just watch all the way around. You know, one sucky things about staying in Guam is I do know that there's not that much of public transportations. I never seen any bus coming around in Guam. So if you're a tourist from South Korea or Japan, Philippines, and then you only have like 3 to 5 days to travel here in Guam, pretty much you have to, I strongly recommend you to just rent a car, or I'm not sure if there's a Uber taxi here in Guam, but you either have to rent a car or you have to call the taxi drivers every single time that you want to go to somewhere. Really nice view. You know, the color of the view, the scenic view, the sea, it's beautiful, super nice. You know, from my own perspective, this swimming pool is comparing to the data in Hilton and the other in Hyatt, a little too small, but still really decently decorated by the authentically like Thai style design. I feel that this is all the like Asian style, the sunbed. Yeah, it seems like some Thai style bed. I don't know. Definitely not like a Korean style. The chairs looks pretty exotic. Alright, it's pretty much all about my presentation today. Then I will just come back later. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you.